Atlanta United Fan TV, 2-0 win. Really not good up until we scored, and Martinez Bros got to bail us out.
I mean, it's a game of moments. We were bad for 85 plus, but for 5 minutes we were world beaters, and in those 5 minutes, we were finally able to crack the bunker. The goal from PT was gorgeous. It felt like, finally we were going to get on the end of one of those corners, because it seemed like we were just lumping in corners the entire match. But I was all prepared to come out here and be pissed. But it was just like, it was boring, it was slow, it was listless. We spend way too much time in the offensive third, like, I don't know what to do with the ball. Maybe I'll turn it around and pass it backwards. Like, it's one of those things. Like you can't overlook the fact that we were bad for so much of the game. But in those 5 minutes, we were world beaters, and it's 3 points against a team that was above us in the table. I'll take it. I'm not happy. It's golden paper over some large cracks. But it's 3 points at home. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, some will say.
No Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, exactly. Some will say because Wayne Rooney is not in this match, and the exception.
Yeah, Wayne Rooney plays that game. The score is completely different, and they can't sit in a bunker. Yeah. I understand that that's difficult to break down, but I see it. And if teams are going to play 2 banks of 4 against us, we got to find a way to attack up the middle. And we've said this for 2 years. There's no Miguel Almiron, but somebody's got to be able to take the ball and take the game by the scruff of the neck and just say, I'm going to make the change. Today that was Darlington Nagbe and P.T. Martinez with the finish. Brad with some great saves. The early 1v1 save against Areola, we were all waiting for that to hit the back of the net. So, like I said, not the best performance, but 3 points against DC is 3 points against DC, and I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, against this type of team, to be able to, vault against up, into a higher spot, it's definitely this is very, I think, positive things, I think, moving into the kind of latter half of the season.
It's been a rough run. It's been a real rough run. I mean, we were talking about it a couple, Montreal was your only win for a long time. And then we got, the last win that we had and then this win. So it's like, I hope that the Emerson Hyndman has shown himself to be a find, So we made a joke about who needs left backs when you can sign all the midfielders. But, it's one of those.
Are we Arsenal?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Speaking of Arsenal, oh, man. They look great yesterday in Charlotte, by the way. Shout out to the International Champions Cup, Relevant Media, everybody that took care of us, man. You guys were incredible. But, yeah, man, it's just a situation like the boys showed out today that came on. The subs came on and made a huge impact. So, I think Emerson played really well, but then Dion came in and made some great moves, and of course PT with the goal.
I think it speaks to the front office making the correct moves. I think in what we need for the most part, left back still. I think something that
who needs defenders, man?
Left back optional for 2 games now, and how do you think we're gonna kind of solve LAFC coming up?
I think Galaxy showed you just go find your Zlatan. I mean, it's literally we have a Zlatan. His name's Joseph. And I'll make that comparison all day. I'll take the heat for it. But I think Joseph can put in just as many goals as Zlatan can against their defense. Their defense got shown for the paper tiger that it is. I mean, they're a one-man team with Carlos Vela. So our defense has to be better against him. But I think that, they're fighting in a weaker Western Conference and putting up a lot of big numbers, kind of like we did on that 8-match shutout streak where everybody got all inflated against bad teams. The West End isn't great. So I feel like they got a little bit exposed in El Tráfico, and I think that if we watch the film and we play, I'm not saying you've got to have one-man feats of amazingness, but you can break them down with a ball over the top. So I think that if we watch the film and we can kind of mimic what LA Galaxy did a little bit, we can come out on top, or we can at least come out of there with a point.